Very good morning to all of you. My name is Sachwin Chennai. I am from Yanapa Institute of Technology, Bangalore. I was working as assistant professor in the Department of Information Science and Engineering. Good morning to the class. So today I am going to cover about the arrays. So before going to the array, I am going to just discuss about what you mean by integer, how we can store the value inside integer, and how we can display the integer and how we can use the values of the integer. So these are the main basics to get the topics of the array. If you want to know about the array, if you want to understand about the array, so you should know about the concept of integer and how to store the value inside the variable. That are the most important concept in this things are followed. So now we can I will tell how we can store the value inside the variable. If we have the value as 10 and we have to store inside a, so how we can store that one? We can store int a equal to 10. Okay, same example, if you have the value as 3.14, so that time I'll store float a equal to 3.14. That means the value is stored inside the variable called a. So here you just notice, here we can store only one value at a time. But as we going to deeper for the programming, we have to store the values, multiple values. Okay, so if I for example, I'll just give one example. If you want to store your marks, okay, so how will store the marks? So either you can store the marks by your m1, m2, m3, m4, m5. You can make the 6 variable and you can store inside that one. Okay, so the other method is the same 6 marks you can store inside one variable. Okay, so that concepts are nothing but the array. If you can store inside the array the multiple elements, okay, or collection of elements of same data type, so that is the definitions of the array. You can see in your screen the definition of array is nothing but array is a collection of elements of same data type. We can store the multiple elements of the array inside the same name. By using same name, we can refer that single element or each and every element in the array. Okay, you can see the one example that is given in your screen. Okay, you can see the example. Okay, int age of 5. Okay, so this is the declaration of the array. Okay, int is nothing but the data type, age is nothing but the array name, and 5 inside the square bracket, which is nothing, which represent the size of the array. In this case the size is a 5. So array will store in the form of this type. So you have the age, you have the 5 element, but one more thing you have to keep in mind, this index. See, this index is very important. So as I highlighted, okay, this index is a very important concept. Okay, this index, so this index value is there, right? This is very important. So in array the index will start from 0 followed by 1, 2, 3 and 4. If your array size is 5, it will start with 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. It will stop to the 4. So this is the higher value of index. So just remember these points. So these are the values. Okay, now we'll go for the types of the array. So there are two types of array. One is single dimensional array and one more is the multi-dimensional array. So single dimensional array is a linear list consisting of related elements of same type. Okay, as we already discussed here, the int age of 5. So here this is nothing but the single dimension. Okay, so such type of array we'll call it as a single dimensional array. Okay, now we'll go like declaration and initialization of that, as we already discussed, but it is like be a theoretical way we can go. So how we can declare the array? See, array we can declare in the form of, see, data type, array name followed by the array size. So these three key points are very important. See, data type can be anything, either it can be int, either it can be float, anything. Array name can be anything, but it should follow the rules of identifier. It should follow the rules of identifier. Then the array size. So array size can be anything. If you want to store 5 value, you have to give 5. If you want to store 6 value, you have to give 6. So it will store 6 value. So this is about the declaration of the array. Now just see the example. So already you know, I think you already understood what I told, the int age of 5. So this is a declaration of the array. So here the size of the age is a 5. That means 5 time you can write the inside this one. That means because here 5 value you can store inside the array. So that is the main concept. Okay. So that is the main concept. Now we'll go for the initialization of one dimensional array. So this is the main concept, that if you have the variable, now we have to declare the variable. As I already told, if you want to store a value equal to 10, okay, first thing is you have to declare int a. So that is part we already finished in this. Next part is what? If you declare something, means we have to give the value to that one. So that is nothing but a initializing. We have to initialize some value to the array. So there are four more concepts are given in initialize array. You can initializing all specified memory location, initializing individual elements, partial array initialization, initialization during program execution. That is all. We'll tell it as runtime initialization. Okay, we'll go for the first one. The first one is initializing all specified memory location. So this is nothing but what in heading itself they given all specified memory location. That means if we have given array size is 5, okay, we have to give 5 element also together. So very simple. You can see the example. Say int age of 5. That means array size is 5. So we have to give 5 element together. 2, 4, 34. That value can be anything. Okay, this is just example they taken 2, 4, 34, 3 and 4. So we have to give the 5 element. That also is just see the syntax. Okay, int age of 5, inside the flower bracket we have to write the 5 value. So that is very important. This is the syntax. Now you go for this one, initializing individual elements. So as I told already, the array will represent the indexes, index of 0, index of 1. You can see here. You can just observe here, index of 0, index of 1, index of 2, index of 3, index of 4. Now the second step is what? Storing the individual value. So individual array value will represent the indexes. See here, index of 0, index of 1, index of 2, index of 3, index of 4. So just follows in the array name index equal to value. That means if you want to store inside 0 here in this box, if you want to store something in this box value, that time you have to write the array name is nothing but age. Age of index value is 0. Age of 0 is equal to value. If you want to store 2, you can give to value as 2. So respectively for all. Just see the example. So age of 5, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. They given the value. So like this we can store the value. This is the second type. Now we go for the third type, partial array initialization. So this is nothing but it allows C language if the number of value to be initialized is less than the size of the array. So now you have the age. You have declared age as a 5. That means 5 people age you have to store. But in your case there is no 5 people, only 2 people are there. Okay, that time how we can initialize the value? That is nothing but the values are not full, right? It's a partial. Say others age we have tried 0. So partial is nothing but same like you are initializing all element, except how many values are there, that only you write. So 2 and 3 we have. That means first value and second value values we are having. Rest of the values we don't have. That means the rest of value automatically by the compiler it will take it as a 0. So just here 0. Okay. So this is about the partial. Next about the initializing during the execution. So during your program execution, the values should be stored. Okay, programmation. So it will be having the main two concepts here, reading and writing. So these two are very very important in the array. Reading the element and writing the element. If you understood this topic, okay, if you understood this one, you can write any programs in the array. Okay, so how we can read the element in the array? Reading is nothing but, so if you want to, like, we'll go for the previous one. If you want to read int, okay, int value, if you want to read int what to tell, so it's very difficult to draw here, so I'll just explain. If you want to read int a value equal to 10, int a you declared, so I'll write, right, scanf percentage d and of n and of a, so a valid. So in the same case we are writing here scanf function for the one dimensional array, but only difference is we are reading the n element and that element you are storing inside the same variable. So that's why whenever n element concept will come, we have to go for the for loop. Okay, so here the five elements will reading, so that five elements will show inside the a of I. So why inside scanf they given and of a of I means, okay, the first for loop execution I value becomes 0, that means a of 0 value will store. That is nothing but, the 0 is nothing but their index. Okay, so later I value with increment I value become 1, so that means age of 1 will store. So similarly age of 2, age of 3, age of 4 will store. So later I value become 5, the condition will not satisfy, that means the first 5 value will store inside the age of I. So this is nothing but the reading. So if you understood the reading, that is very simple way to understand the writing. The same as if you have int a equal to 10, if you want to display that value, so we'll write printf percentage d a. The similar fashion will follow for the array, but we will use the for loop because there is n element. Okay, age of I. So the similar fashion. So this is about the array initialization. Okay, array declaration. So hope you understood the topics. So thank you one and all.